The first American to orbit the Earth visited workers at the Kennedy Space Center this weekend and held a news conference. Monday marks the 50th anniversary of John Glenn's historic flight that put the United States back in the space race. Glenn was joined by Scott Carpenter, the only other surviving member of the original 7 astronauts in the Mercury program. Glenn is also the oldest man ever to go into space. He flew on the space shuttle at age 77. The 90-year-old former Ohio senator told workers at Kennedy Space Center that it's important for the manned space program to continue.
And on the last flight I was on shuttle, we had 83 research projects on there, and Columbia, before its demise, had 90 research projects on there. That's what fleshes out the exploration as we go on. I think we should be doing that because that's what's of value to people right here on Earth.
After meeting with the KSC workers, the duo held a question and answer session with reporters at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex, where much of the Mercury memorabilia is on display. When I asked what his most memorable flight experience was, he remembered flying combat missions during World War II in Korea.
But as far as particular events, nothing can compare with combat. And I was in combat in World War II and in Korea, and there's nothing like, I guess Winston Churchill said it best. He said nothing quite as exhilarating as being shot at and missed. I think that sort of summarizes the whole thing, I guess.
Glenn made his famous journey around the planet aboard NASA's Mercury Friendship 7 spacecraft. This is a Mercury-style capsule, the type that John Glenn flew into space aboard an Atlas V rocket. Interestingly enough, on Friday, an Atlas V rocket was sitting at Cape Canaveral Air Station ready to blast off and lift another satellite into space. During the nearly 5-hour mission, he circled the globe 3 times. The mission wasn't perfect. A trouble indicator light warned that a clamp holding the spacecraft's shield might be released too early. Mission controllers feared that the heat shield was loose, but all the fears were naught as the Mercury capsule landed without incident.
This is the inside of a Mercury capsule, and let me tell you, there's not very much space in here. In fact, I had a hard time getting in. I don't know if I'll be able to get out.
Next for NASA's manned space program is the Orion capsule.